Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, bookers. Nigel from Excellent Books here, out in the library. I might get a little bit distracted because we're out. I've got a great spotted woodpecker nest. It's a hole in a tree just up there. I've got the big camera. Mother's in the nest. It's got quite a high-pitched pip, pip, pip. So hopefully we can get some pictures of the male feeding her. She must be on eggs at the minute. The male's just flown off. Normally takes him about 20 minutes to 30 minutes to come back. So while he's out catching grubs and shit like that, we'll talk about Desert Gold by Zane Grey. He normally flies round and lands on a branch there, so I should see him. So if I stop, that's why. So Zane Grey, Desert Gold, Western, for June on the Range. What a fantastic book. I have notes. So I got this second-hand bookshop, £2. £2, you can take a punt on it, can't you? Never read any Zane Grey before, so this is my first one. Desert Gold was written and published in 1913. That's 113 years ago. And it's still relevant today. And yet that quite surprised me. So let me just zip this up. There's a bit of a breeze blowing through the library here. I'm in this little, on the edge of two copses of trees. Sorry, folks. And Zane Grey was born in 1872 in Zanesville, which was a village in Ohio. And it's from his family have settled, and they established, if you want, the village. And he was born in 1872 and he died in 1939 at the age of 67. Loads of his books got made into movies, TV shows, all that good stuff. He wrote over 90 books. 90 books. Most of them westerns, but he did write some others. But we're only interested in the western side of it because it's June on the Range. So, surprisingly, it reads, for a 113-year-old book, this copy of mine was printed in 1954, I think. 1954. And it reads, which surprised me, like quite a modern novella. Not an old 100-year-old plus book. Read, the pacing was good all the way through, not too fast, but not boring. I hope that wind's not too loud. Well paced all the way through. The characters in it are really well done, well rounded. His prose about the landscape was just something else. I mean, he describes going up into the desert on horseback, up into the mountains on horseback, and fantastic prose, absolutely beautiful. Set the scene, but without being too flowery. So what's it about? I'm not going to give anything away, just in case you come across this book, or by some miracle you have it on your shelves. So it's based primarily, one bit of the story is based on the loss of a family, and how in the end there's resolution. It's about a young man finding his place in the world, where he played football for the college team, got really good at that, and left school, went to work for his father, who owned a big company, and he was no good. He's more of a hands-on person, a young man, and because of this, he leaves and goes on a massive adventure. He thinks he's unloved and unpraiseworthy from his father because he leaves on a bit of a bleak note, but that is turned around at the end of the book, because the family go to the ranch where young, what's his name, Dale, I think his name is, Dick Gale, and it shows that he wasn't unloved. He wasn't a letdown to his father. It's just his dad didn't know how to interact with such a young man, you know. And it's about finding family and friends at the most odd times. And I don't mean family as in brothers, sisters, aunties, mums and dads are out like that. The family that you make through life, you're really close-knit friends that become family. And it's how this really tight-knit bunch of friends survive and make it back to the forlorn River Ranch. And it's about as well the result of this young man saves another character, one of the main characters in the book's life, whereas he didn't have to. He could have rode off on his horse and left this individual to die, but he didn't. He, to his own expense, he saved this geezer's life, and that is a running theme throughout the book. What else have I put? Oh, it's exciting here, isn't it? And it's about repaying debts as well. The Indian that he saves the life of, feels that he's indebted to this young man for saving him. And the running theme of the book is this Indian is paying his debt to the young man for saving his life, when he don't have to. You know, he could get better and go on his own way. The young fella's done the right thing. The Indian supposedly can't speak English. He speaks Mexican and his own native language. It's also about love, friendship and trust, because these cowboys, a beautiful young Mexican lady and a young army officer and the Indian have to survive in the hot desert. They can't get out because there's no water, and they've got to wait for the rains to fill, which is coming now, to fill the watering holes so they can make it a month across the desert back to the ranch. It's not him. And it's that friendship for a tight bond to one of the other leading characters in the book, this Mexican bandit who is evil. He's got a lust for horses and beautiful women, and he's a killer. And because he's wronged, he can't let it lie. And 3/4 of the book is about him trying to take this beautiful young Mexican woman, and it's the cowboys and the Indian saving her. That rain's coming. So it's the position of right against wrong, good against evil. Which will prevail? Well, we already know which will prevail. It's the stereotypes as well, because the Indians, in all the Western movies I've seen, in all the books, and I've not read that many Western novels, are all depicted as quite, psychotic evil killers. They'll scalp you, not to be trusted. Now, I'm from England. I can see why they've got that, because it's their country and they've been displaced, and obviously they've been wronged, haven't they? So it's their war. But this Indian is the total opposite. Although he's obliged because the young man saved his life and he's repaying the debt, he doesn't have to. He saves everybody in the crew. And he don't have to. The Mexicans in it they're quite, you know, they take place of your stereotypical Indians, where they're the evil killers. They're out for blood, revenge, women, horses, everything. And it's about the white men as well. You've got the good white men, and then the latter half of the book, you've got this family of businessmen from out east who come out to the Mexican border to find gold, to make money, and they're ruthless and they're real scumbags. Not quite as bad as the Mexicans, but compared to the white ranchers, they're just horrible people who get the comeuppance they need in the end. I've already said it reads like a modern novel. If it was printed today, beautiful wraparound cover, if it was printed today, I think it'd sell quite well. Here he is. Let's hope them pictures are worth it. I'm not the best cameraman. I normally take landscapes. But hopefully, if they're good, I'll put some pictures in of it. If I can work out how to get them from me memory card to my phone. But anyway, it's well paced. It's well paced. It reads like a modern novella. Not a 113-year-old book. I really liked it. Totally different to the fast-paced Louis L'Amour that I read earlier. A really good book. I think anybody will enjoy it. If you can get hold of it, get hold of it. And that's me out in the library, talking to you, taking pictures of a woodpecker feeding its mate in the hole. Let's hope they come out, folks. Stay gorgeous, keep reading, and I will see you on the next one. Ta-da, folks.